Howdy, folks. Welcome back to some more Game of Thrones World Cup action. Looking at the final deciding game between the Czech Republic and South Korea. We have the Czech Republic at 4 wins and South Korea at 4 wins, so this will be the decider for who wins their round one matchup. And looks like we're gonna have Tyrell Wars versus Night's Watch Wolf. Looks like we have Brienne set up with a bodyguard, Scheming Septon, versus Bran, Rickon, and Three Finger Hob with an underarm vault. Really, really insane setup for the Night's Watch player. Super, super happy if I'm them. Probably gonna see at the gates from Night's Watch, and I wonder what Tyrell opens. Time of plenty. Okay. I think there was some merit to opening first snow there. So they're not playing at the gates, so Rickon not as good. Like, you could open first snow there and really just be annoying. I'm not sure if that's worth it for later or not. We see vault into vault, pretty great. So for those who are unfamiliar, the Night's Watch Wolf deck is basically trying to play the game with your characters. It's just lots and lots of ways to steal characters. Between Yoren, Ward, the 6 cost wall, Bound for the Wall, and then it uses a lot of discard and attrition cards like Mutiny Cresser's Keep, Ramsay Snow, March to the Wall to put your characters in the discard pile because you want them in the discard, not dead. And then this Tyrell of the Wars list looks like it's just running 10 reasonable plots, and then it's running just strong overall characters. Only playing 2 copies of King Renly. I probably would play a third. Or sorry, the Tyrell King Renly. I really, really love this card. It's such a cool character. So we saw Maester Aiming get played. Messenger Raven holds 2 gold. Not great. Not really what you want to be doing if you're the Night's Watch player, but it's definitely not a bad start. Oh, sorry, there's a card in Shadows also, which I believe the options are Blackbird, Old Billbone, and I believe those are it. There's no Janos, and there's no Hard Home. Oh, it could be Forest Patrol also. We see Ridwine Straits get played. Yeah, that's a good point, Sugar Daddy. That now Night's Watch basically 2 gold is, red flags going up on. Guess I can't lose a single challenge on this attack or on this turn. And unless another Intrigue icon shows up, oh, there we go. Plays out Lady in Waiting to potentially stop an Intrigue challenge. It's not Janos. The Night's Watch deck doesn't have Janos. It's potentially the I guess the best card to get it through would be the Forest Patrol, but they don't have a Night's Watch location to kneel for it. So it could be Old Billbone also. If it's Old Billbone, that'll get it through. You can get through Intrigue. We see a defense, and then we see an attempted Growing Strong, and then we see Bran cancel that, followed by Bound for the Wall. How is this? How is this reasonable? Like anybody watching this game, how could anyone ever think that this was fair? Yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair, Juggy. That's super hard to do. Yeah, yeah. 2 gold and one a challenge. That's quite hard. Agreed. Definitely earned this one. Oh man, I'm super happy. The last Game of Thrones tournament I have scheduled for a while is a war format where I only have to play Night's Watch once in Swiss. I would I would probably just lose my shit if I had to play against Night's Watch a ton. It's just not very fun. Between this and Sea of Blood. Yeah, between Night's Watch, sea of Blood, and Wolf, it's just not very fun to play against. Yeah, I guess you have to Valor Morgulus, and then next turn you have to Close Call him back. That's literally the only way. Or you could Wildfire Assault. No, I have Oh, there's Primes, right? I might go to Primes. I don't know. It's not very enjoyable. To play in this. I think the current meta is like a little bit but maybe I'll just play Night's Watch at so it won't be that bad. Like I don't mind the current meta, but I just like really, really find this recruiting strategy out of Night's Watch to be incredibly unfun to play against. But I guess it's countered by not having good characters in your deck. If you have all crappy characters, maybe it's better. So maybe I'll play something cool like Martel Valyrian Steel or something. No, I have Thronstoberfest in Philly in 2 weeks. Or I guess it's 1 week now. So next weekend. So sorry. Moving into the next turn, we have first Snow to bounce all these small dudes. This recruiter for the watch probably shouldn't steal anybody. See another card in the shadows. So Blackbird, Forest Patrol, and Old Billbone are the options. And then gonna hold 1 gold. It looks like exchange of information found. Steward of the Wall, Eastwatch, the Iron Magle have its due. We see a Queen's Crown also. I have no idea how I would like approach this game. Kudos to the Tyrell player for figuring this out. I would probably just be too tilted. Ooh, Pleasure Barge. This card's sick. So that's definitely a way to start the comeback. But just having to deal with this Renly now for the rest of the game until you have to like Valor yourself is really miserable. Also, if you close call the Renly after Valoring him, you need to immediately have the second copy, or if they play the big wall and like can prune your graveyard, they can get him back. So we see the reducer. The Tyrell player needs to be careful. By first knowing, they put themselves in danger of potentially getting marched. Okay, we see Mace here. So first turn returns a bunch of cards. So we have 11 cards in hand for the Night's Watch player. First challenge is Intrigue. Looks like both characters have a bodyguard on them. Doesn't really help them against Marched. Hey, what's up, badass Bard? Yeah, I mean, I would say you haven't missed too much of the match. Although turn 1 we did see Bound for the Wall to hit King Renly. Hey, what's up, Reps? Yeah, indeed. Renly with Bound. Pretty, pretty great. But I mean, the Tyrell player is managing the board right now. So I imagine next turn, if this recruiter doesn't get claimed for military, we'll see a marched and march one of Tyrell's characters in for the recruiter. We can see the forest patrol come down too, if that's one of the 2 cards in shadows, because he can kneel Eastwatch by the Sea. So it looks like the Night Watch player has disconnected, so we're gonna wait and see what the issue is. All right, he's back. It looks like perfect. Disconnected again. Okay. He's back again. Hopefully his internet is good enough to finish this match. Definitely feels like he's in a strong position. Yes, yes. Floyd or what? I agree. I really was expecting Yorin to steal Brienne. That would have been so. That would have been just like pure justice to show everyone. Just like, yeah, holy crap. Oh yeah, yeah, agreed, agreed. Okay, so people. Okay, so anyways, Forest Patrol comes down, does a military challenge, and kills a bodyguard. All right, question to chat: if you steal a character that has enough power to make you win, do you then win? Is that how that works? Like, say Brienne has 3 power and I'm at 12, so and I steal her, you win. Jesus, that's hilarious. That's actually pretty great. Good old first edition strats. Let your opponent get all their power and then steal their character. Oh yeah, yeah, badass part. I agree. I mean, look, generally speaking, fun is a zero sum game. If I'm having fun, you're probably not having a lot of fun. Oh sure, mercenary contract with Dario. Yeah, I'm sure Nico's game will have something like that. I'm still waiting for the mercenary contract. Dario steal into sack your character with breaking ties. That's to bounce another character. That's the dream. Like that's what his. I assume that's what his deck name is for. All right, so discards Messenger Raven, Steward at the Wall, Messenger Raven to reserve. We see Big Marge discarded by Queen's Crown. Probably gonna see March to the Wall here. So you marched. So you marched, sacrificing your recruiter for the watch. probably, and then the Tyrell player will probably sack Brienne. If I had to guess, discards a bunch of characters to reserve. There are some nice characters in here. Like, if we see the big wall this turn, we could be in a lot of trouble for Tyrell. Like, obviously we need to get rid of this left, but every other character is totally fine to steal. Yep, there's the march, and we see political disaster. Okay, so political disaster is pretty sick with pleasure barge. That's actually a really cool combo. So you choose red wine straits and your reducer, and then you get rid of the -1 gold. That's pretty cool. And we see both underground vaults getting kept. Pretty easy choice for the Nice Watch player. Oh, it doesn't work. This thing can't be killed. Yep, immune to card effects. Never mind. Yeah, I guess that might be too good. If you were able to get rid of your own barge. So in Game of Thrones, if you cannot choose something, if something is like immune, you can't. Say Pleasure Barge is out, and then you have another non-limited location, and I flip Nothing Burns. Can you not like because it's immune? Can you then not choose it, or can you choose it and then have it not work? I don't know. I don't know if Game of Thrones you have to choose something that's legal. So in L5R you wouldn't be able to choose it, and I assume because it's an FFG game, Game of Thrones also says you can't choose it. Okay, yeah. You have to. I guess the rule is you have to choose something. You have to choose something that changes the game state. So we see left and scheming stepped in back. No, the recruiter has not been nightmares. Ooh, we see rate coming down. I guess you steal one of them because it's printed cost. Yeah, I guess you steal right or left. Oh, okay. That's good to know, Floyd. Always left. Is that your go-to Rabs? If you have to deal with one of the two, it's always left. Oh, he steals the Septon. He should have stolen right and left. What is he doing? I don't care if it's not right. The value of stealing both right and left would be hilarious. Any option would be left, that's fair. Oh, right and left have no attachments? Oh, yep, you're right. I don't... This always... Oh, man. Very easily... Yeah, very easily messing up here. Rab says always take left. Takes right. So, the question is, why do these guys randomly have no attachment except weapon? I feel like this line of text is just randomly slapped on characters. Like the Night's Watch guys kind of make sense that most of them have that, but like all the other ones, it's just like, I feel like you just threw this on here because we see second Maester Aemon or sorry, these got returned to hand, so it's Rickon and Maester Aemon who are back. Just thinning out the boards here always is really what you want to be doing as the Night's Watch player. You just want to consistently attrition your opponent into the dirt. Oh, all guards have it. Okay, okay. So this is a guard specific thing. You know what? I can get behind that. Yeah, yeah, agree. Dragons and wolves make sense because they're not, they're not people. They don't have any thumbs. But like example, a guard should very clearly be able to wear like a suit of armor. Like they should definitely be able to wear bodyguard or whatever. So we see Mace coming in for intrigue. Mace lost his bodyguard on the military claim. Oh, they are the bodyguards. All right, that's fair. We see Renly getting power. We see Renly triggering insight. Unfortunately, Renly does not. Or the Night Watch player does not have. Oh, it just says a loyal card. It doesn't say. It doesn't say a loyal Tyrell card or anything. So technically, you could trigger Renly's reaction if you flip a loyal card. Holy crap! Renly is one of those characters that they just kept adding lines of text, and then like at the end of it, they're just like, maybe this card is a little bit strong, and then everyone's like, no, put it to print. It's like maybe he could not have had that last line of text, the reaction. Oh, that's fair. Okay. But like, see, okay, example. I think that's really lazy design. So I think the concept of printing bad cards for factions that are good and insane cards for factions that are bad are lazy design, and that. Oh, this is sick actually. So we see Wildfire Assault. It's not that sick actually. Okay, so we trigger March first. Interesting. I would think you'd want to choose Wildfire Assault to trigger first. Oh no, never mind, because it's not going to kill anyone from Lord Pookie. Yeah, this is the correct order. Yeah, it's just like lazy design, right? Like X faction is really strong now. Let's not give them any cards. Let's not give them any good cards. And then when everyone else gets good cards, question mark, right? Like that's what happened with Lannister. And now, like Tyrell is not a great example, but like, other factions that are, maybe not as strong that then just get insane cards, are just like, why would you do it this way? There's other ways to balance the game and to like insert or like redistribute power than to just print busted cards or not give people cards. Like it just feels really bad. It feels really bad as a Lannister player to be like, cool, my faction was good, and then I literally didn't get a good card for 2 years or whatever. So we see Veteran Builder, right? This Veteran Builder. Yep, Veteran Builder, Hob, and Steward at the wall. Pretty great here. Hob is gonna refill the hand after just dumping the board again, and we have right and left stolen. Guarding the realm plus recruiter means that we have right and left in play now. Pretty great. Yeah. I mean, Lannister at least has a good deck now, but isn't that good deck also include a lot of non-Lannister cards? Right, like Lanny Reigns or like Lanny Crossing is definitely not where it once used to be. Indeed, Marge is in waiting. We have Marge plus double Lady in waiting, and both March to the Walls are, or sorry, yeah, both March to the Walls are gone. So definitely weathering the storm. It's really tough when you're in a position like this and you just really are like, man, fuck this game. I don't want to play anymore. As your opponent is just like doing a bunch of annoying stuff to you, but then you have your team on your back and you're just trying to close out for your team. Like we've all had this game where where turn one the Night Watch player played Bound and stole our Renly on turn one, and we're just like, see ya. You just concede and go on to the next game if this was a Tyrell does have Valar Morghulis, Sugar Daddy. Like, I'm not saying the game is over. I'm just saying it's annoying. Sure, but like that's my point though, is that the fact that they were god tier and then yeah, I mean in especially in Game of Thrones, like mind control effects are just so busted because of the way that the dead pile works, and just especially repeatable effects like this guy. It's just like not a very fun mechanic. There, it's very one-sided fun. I would say it's definitely one of the higher negative play experiences. Like I think in a game like Magic, you can deal with mind control effects a little bit better. There's bounce. I agree that it's thematic. Don't get me wrong. I'm not arguing it's not thematic. I just think it's not enjoyable. I don't understand the statement. How is it not fun? Yeah, exactly. It's fun for one person. I've gone really quiet. Really? Um, is this better? Yeah, I didn't change any settings, so I'm not really sure why I'm quieter. All right. Well, if I'm still quiet, let me know. Let's see. So chooses and claims Mace, and then with Marge goes and grabs Garth the Gross. What does this character do? Well, you control another. Oh, okay. Looks like Garth defends, and then I think Renly's gonna go in for power. Renly should definitely go in. Interesting. Renly's gonna sit back and block. I don't believe either player has Doharis. Yeah, neither player has Doharis. Both resets are Morgulus. Yeah, I would imagine in a world where you don't have like a real reset, like Doharis or Morgulus, like Lannister Biggs is probably too good, right? But generally speaking, when those cards come out and you know you're gonna print them because of the way designs cards, they design cards in advance, so they would have known that those cards were coming. They then didn't need to not print Lannister good cards. So I don't know. I think generally speaking, the concept of not giving a strong clan at the time good cards later on is really lazy design. That is my official stance on that kind of and that seems to be a pretty common practice at FFG, and I just think that's the wrong way to go about it. All right, so moving on to the next plot, we have. Oh, I wonder if we're gonna see a Valor this turn from Tyrell, because you have the double due to March, and you're safe from Marched. Yep, and oh, interesting. Why do you think the Night's Watch player flipped Valor Morgulus here? Maybe they flipped it because. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh. Oh, okay, okay. That's a good point, Jogi. I didn't think about that. Because you resolve it, and then if March puts someone to play, they also die once per round. Okay. And just like that, we have 5 unique characters killed. So next turn, the Tyrell player can flip Close Call to get Renly back. So if there's enough fodder in here now that the big wall won't be able to steal the other Renly. Oh, wait, getting Renly back doesn't do anything because the second one's here. So you can Close Call someone else, I guess. What does this card do? Hornhill. Oh, it's just a strength buff. Okay, we see Maester Mullen and we see Sir Waymore Rice show up. Scheming Septon is still here. So the economies have been built out again. Political disaster was really nice for the Tyrell player to kill a lot of the economy. And the Night's Watch Wolf player has not seen the wall yet, or has chosen not to play it. More likely has not seen it. So intrigue coming in with Marge. I guess because she has renown, right? Yeah. So you just get the renown trigger. Yeah, yeah. I definitely think draw being gated in this game is interesting. Like I remember watching Greyjoy getting played, and then the moment that like Iron Gate and Alana started popping up is the moment that Greyjoy really just took off in terms of, well, obviously along with other things, but Greyjoy getting consistent card draw in faction was really really powerful. I think for them. Yeah, yeah. Marge is once per round. Oh, we get Mutiny at Craster's Keep. Mutiny is sick. So Mutiny discards Marge by discarding Sir Waymore Royce, but he's not killed, so you don't have to discard a card. I guess that's nice. So we see Close Call versus Forgotten Plans. When it's not the plot phase. Okay, so this still happens. Yeah, yeah, I remember, Jeremy Joe, I remember that Chris, CT was telling me that Greyjoy, one of Greyjoy's themes and one of their weaknesses is that they were supposed to not have card draw, right? They were supposed to have these really big statted characters that had great abilities, but the trade-off was you didn't have card draw, and then they printed Iron Gate and Alanis. And Asha obviously is insane. You know what? We're getting this Tyrell board built out again. We see Randall now with right. Left is dead though. Oh wait, yeah, left is dead. Okay, so he brought back right with the close call so he could play another one. Lanny will get the draw when their big box is released. Excellent. I mean, there's still some decks that take box Euron, Cassius, so it's still the same. You know, obviously not having Vince is a big deal, but also it's still the same example of being able to draw cards with box Euron plus Alanis. So we see the third vault come down, a lot of gold. We do see Isle of Ravens, which can start filtering out this discard pile. So if the wall ever does come down, but the Isle of Ravens definitely has its work cut out for it to actually filter out the chaff. We see Yoren stealing the Seeking Septon. It's pretty great. Oh, another well-designed card. The art is great though. Definitely really like this Yoren art. So in my eyes, he gets a pass because the art is good. I've always liked this Randall art too. I thought this Randall art was really good. Yeah, yeah, the Continental's Night Splash man with Yoren is so good. Definitely looks great. So we see military. Oh, so Maester Mullen makes it so Randall can't do power challenges on offense. So we're gonna see military, and we'll probably see the Septon bite the dust. Arbor Marketplace buffs Randall. Randall then stands. Yeah, Cassius for sure. I don't know. Bound for the Wall and Yorin definitely just feel like fuck it, fuck it, we're done with the game at this point. Like that, it's really sad to say that, but that's basically what it felt like, or what it feels like. At least, at least, let's be fair that they had the common decency to make Yorin loyal, right? It could have been worse. It could have been worse. They could have made Yorin not loyal. So they had some decency in that at least. I wonder who's gonna claim for Mel. Okay, claims the Septon. Makes sense. Look, Jogi, as much as we like to say that loyalty or loyal and not loyal is thematic, let's be real here. There are a lot of characters that are loyal slash not loyal that shouldn't be. All right, so moving on to plot 7, we are gonna see. Oh, it's confiscation, confiscation, and pulling the strings. What scheme is in here? Forgotten plans? Oh, edict. You can do edicts or kingdoms. Oh, okay, cool. So you can do exchange of information. That'd be pretty good. I think exchange of information is probably the best one. Because at the gates won't work, or we'll just put it to your hand. Oh no, it won't. It'll put it into play. So you can do at the gates if you wanted to. Why would you want to march here? Like, if I guess it's march is fine too. But like, do you care about these two characters? Like, he goes for the exchange. I think the card draw is better, personally. It sucks when you have all these dead characters though. So like, he's gonna get mace, red wine straits, and growing strong. So maybe exchange is bad based on the fact that you have too many dead characters, but at least it like cycles them out. Oh, Old Town is a good draw here. Kneels all the vaults, gains the gold. I believe this card in Shadows must be Blackbird, because it just has been in Shadows all game, and I believe he's just waiting for the wall. This is a great example though of fighting through. It's not Janos. He doesn't have Janos. This is a great example though, of kind of fighting through the pain. 3 to 7 after 7 plots, Jack. Tyrell has stabilized, but the plot deck has been reset now, and I think Nice Watch can continue to just churn through until the moment they draw the wall, like Tyrell is in a lot of trouble. All right, so we see power coming through from Randall. Old Town draws Marge. Okay, that's a good draw. And then we see Lord Renly's Ride to stand Randall. Interesting that he played Lord Renly's Ride instead of just using his Arbor Marketplace or his Hornhill. I wonder why you played the event there. Oh, does it give it? Oh, it gives it Intimidate. Oh, plus X strength and gains Intimidate. Okay, cool. That makes sense. And now we see an unopposed come through here. Gonna probably kill Maester Mullen. Yeah, I agree. I honestly just didn't realize it gave Intimidate, so that makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. You absolutely need to start getting power here, or you're gonna get buried in attrition. 7, 8, 9 doesn't win Dom. Oh, we see Iron Bank on Yorin. Looks like Yorin's coming down for a second visit. Probably gonna steal right. I wonder if Nice Watch will Valor here to clear the board again. Get rid of one of the dupes. It's like you could flip Valor here, or I don't know what else you'd flip. You could flip at the gates again, just to get some more locations out of your deck. And we do see VM. Isle of Ravens shuffles left back into the deck. So just got to start churning through. What does this card do? Oh, okay. Just gives all your guys +2. That's pretty sweet. Looks like the South Korean player is just disconnected again, and he'll reconnect. Looks like he's been having some connection issues throughout the game. So Marjorie comes down along with Highgarden Courtier, which is really nice, being able to stand these renowned characters. I think the Tyrell player is going to be able to power through before the Night's Watch player is able to attrition them back. Because at this point, the wall is just too slow. There's enough fodder in here that you can get around it. There's a ton of games scheduled for today, Sugar Daddy. Let me find the spreadsheet. So coming up next, I'm gonna be casting Franke's game. Um, we have Franke's game is next. I'm definitely casting that game. Wama is gonna cast his own game, and then I think I'm gonna cast Hano's game. After Franke's game. Obviously, if I have time in between, I'll try and cast some other games. But I definitely want to cast Franke's game and Hano's game. Really, two really close series. Netherlands, the Netherlands series versus Spain, and the Germany series versus France are both really neck and neck. Netherlands is up 4-3 against Spain, and Germany and France are tied 3-3. Yeah, should be a whole another 60 minutes left. It's on the sheet. Oh, that's the wrong sheet. Here's the other sheet if you want to see that badass bard. If you want to see all the matchups, Hano is playing against Richard Levelane, who's playing Martel. So it's Barakohor against Martel Assault from the Shadows. That'll be a cool match. I have never seen Martel Assault. So let's see. Yorin stole Highgarden Courtier. Really good here to deny the extra stand. And then we see a second another copy of Bran come down. Twice per phase. Okay. And then we see the timer reset here. All right, so military coming in. Randall gets stood by another copy of Lord Renly's Ride. Oh, never mind. No, actually, it's Wardens of the South. That's a cool interaction. Oh, and we do see another copy of Lord Renly's Ride. Gotcha. So I guess we're just going for the unopposed here. So you kill the Highgarden Courtier. Interesting. Kills Bran. Oh, I see. You can use Bay of Seals to stand the Courtier to block. So it's one less unopposed. Intrigue comes through. Be unopposed and then power. Or sorry, unopposed and then renown. So that will put you to 11. And then power will not be unopposed. You will get claim to 12, renown to 13, and then you don't win. And then you don't win Dom. Oh, you do win Dom because he stands again. Okay, so that puts you to 14. What plot do you flip to go first on 14 power? You could flip King plot. The two plots remaining are King plot and confiscation. And then Night's Watch can flip. Only has marched at the gates, forgotten plans, and exchange. Oh yeah, Old Town is there too. Potential win this turn with Old Town. Agreed. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, going through 2/3 of your deck and not seeing the wall is a really big deal. That can't be overstated. No copies of Ramsey either until like this is the first copy of Ramsey we've seen. So that's another card that would have been nice to see. The turns where Tyrell just had two big characters, like Ramsey into Marsh would have been also sealing the game. Yeah, I like building orders more than exchange kind of in this deck because you can building orders for ward. Also, building orders can hit wall and building orders can hit ward. Oh right, you're right. Pookie can guess twice with Old Town. Right, because you do it now, and then if you miss, you do it in standing and you win. Yep. I believe the game is going to end this turn as soon as the South Korean player um reconnects. So really amazing comeback. Not amazing, but like really well played. I definitely want to give credit to Lucas. He obviously got lucky a little bit with his opponent not seeing a lot of cards. However, he did get really unlucky on turn one with his opponent stealing Renly with Bound for the Wall. So I think the Tyrell player definitely played to his outs and was rewarded for doing so. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the some we've had some really really great games in week one, for sure. And I don't, it's only gonna get better, right? Because you're gonna get more and more marquee matchups as the tournament goes on. What do you mean, Jogi, by highlights? Are you asking like what other matches have been very good, or I don't understand the question? Oh, sure, sure. Let's see. What was the other game that was really really good that we were casting? Oh, Alejandro's game, as unfortunate, as poor as it was, had a really cool ending with Balon stealing Old Town. That was a sweet game. Um, where was what was the other games? Colt's game was really cool. Uh, with Isfan playing Disney Martell. That was a really cool game. Um, there's another comeback game that was really good. Um, I don't know. Like I just have all the games on YouTube. So let me link the playlist also in this chat. So hasn't connected yet. The win is on the board here, so I don't know what's going on. Cause he wins this challenge, claims to 12, intrigues to renounce to 13, wins Dom to 14, and then you Old Town. So the Wilco game, yes, yeah, Alex, that game was sick. The Wilco game for sure. That was the one. Oh, Mutiny. Well, Mutiny will stop Domwin. Okay, Jin, no problem. I would prefer the game to fully finish out. I haven't added all the videos yet to YouTube. Oh, right, Mutiny takes away a lot of power on Randall. Agreed. You're right. You're right. That actually would be that. That is the out. I guess is second or third Mutiny. Oh, it's a dominance action. It doesn't actually stop the Dom win. So so it so what'll happen is you can I mean you can also just Old Town in challenge phases also, right? You could Old Town in challenge phases to win before Dom phase. Um so yeah. Make my mic a little louder? Okay, one sec. Let me adjust some settings. Is this better or worse? About the same? Okay, okay. Is this better or worse? I'm just adjusting some settings, trying to figure out if this makes my mic louder or softer. Sorry, folks, to anyone watching right now or just hanging out. Just doing some last minute time here. The South Korean player has unfortunately had some internet connection issues throughout the match. I am at least glad he has not DC'd like when the game is not about to be over or potentially be over. I feel a little bit less bad, if the Tyrell player does get the win here. Yeah, he can use Old Town right now in challenges. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, he needs to have the mutiny. If he has the mutiny, then uh, it doesn't matter because you just use Old Town, Old Town. So this is all contingent on him having mutiny. If anyone's listening, or I mean, obviously people are listening, but can someone let me know if my mic is louder or softer? Because I have to figure out which direction to send this scroller. Yeah, so he would need the. Oh yeah, let me check. Nope, they're. Oh no, they're both in discard. They're both in discard. Okay, so we're good. So I actually am totally fine. The Tyrell player 100% wins. Obviously, they have to remember to use Old Town, but I imagine at this point in the game, or and they've maneuvered it to this point, they're not gonna, they're not going to forget. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, the game is actually over. Okay, and he's back. Cool. It's still nice to see the game fully work out. No. Well, he has 3 minutes. Oh, he's back. No, you don't get 15 more minutes. He still has 2 minutes and 30 seconds to take an action. And then his disconnect timer will still continue from 2 minutes or whatever. Like you can build up your time throughout the rest of the game, but you're not gonna you don't get an extra 15. It's not yeah. So Jogi, 15 minutes is in the rules. 15 minutes is the time where you get a game loss. Um, so that's all it is. And Old Town reveals character reveals growing strong, so he'll just win. He'll win in standing. He'll just have to name event. And that's the game. Yeah. All right, and that'll do it. So congrats to the Czech Republic for their first round win over South Korea. Well fought, honestly. So they with that win they win the round. And we will be back. I will be back to cast Franca's game. Um, I'm checking when that will be. He said it is 1.2 hours from 11:40, so that will put the game at 1 o'clock. So Franca's game will be back. Will be on in about. I'll start the stream up back in like 20 minutes. I'm gonna go grab some coffee.